Oh man, I'm already messing it up too. See, Jake's throwing me off my
It's all you, dude.
All right. Hello and welcome back to the Anime Happy Hour podcast. I'm your host, John. And tonight I'm joined here by my two co-hosts. First off, we got Richie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Jake's been mean to me. Jake's been mean to me all night, so you know.
What do you mean?
We got to put
I
him back
sat
in
here
three.
with you for 30 minutes and kept you company.
Yeah, you guys were waiting on me tonight.
Yeah. And then all within 3 minutes of recording starting, you just threw it all at me at once. So,
Well, I mean, you made a mistake, John. Am I not supposed to call you out on it?
sounds like without
How
me
are you
here,
gonna
you made a
learn?
lot of mistakes.
Yeah, but Richie called me on those.
A couple of times.
It's a hot mess without the trio.
Yes.
Honestly, we're a hotter mess with the trio. But all right. Well, before we get too deep into this, per we usually do, just want to, do a quick shout out to all the fans and everybody who's been supporting us over the last 30 episodes. Big 3-0, finally hit another 10. Crazy to think, checking another 10 off the list.
Are you going to steal everything from my outro?
Well, it's my intro, I gotta throw it in there somewhere. Just wanted to put that out there. Thank everybody. We love doing what we do, so we couldn't do it without the people who are supporting us. And here's to 30 more, I guess.
I'm all in for it.
Yeah.
I hope people are ready to listen to us for another 30 episodes.
Yeah, honestly, there's plenty more shitty shows for Richie to bring us.
I agree.
But in case this is your first time joining us, we're the Anime Happy Hour podcast. Every week we get together, pour ourselves a drink and discuss the world of anime and what's going on in it. We casually share our thoughts and opinions from episode to episode. Before we get started, a few disclaimers. Yeah, we're an anime podcast, but we're also an adult podcast. So there's going to be occasional swearing. We also discuss recent events from episodes, both new and old. So here is your big old spoiler warning before we get too deep. Lastly, these are our own opinions, as I'm sure all of you have. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. We'll make sure to check them out. Don't get too salty. You can try to talk shit about us, but nothing we haven't said already. We'd love to hear everybody's feedback of everything we got going on. So feel free to hit us up on any of our social media or email. You can look up the Anime Happy Hour podcast on Facebook. You can also email us at animehappyhour951@gmail.com. You can get our link to our YouTube and all of our other socials and everywhere that we're streaming on our Anchor page, anchor.fm/happyanimehour03. Now, with that, we will actually dive into the episode. Look at that, Richie.
I wasn't hitting anything, dude. I was trusting
I'm doing
the process.
Follow along the theme that we always have every single week, and our name here. It's a happy hour, so kind of hit what we're drinking tonight. Richie.
I thought this was very on brand for tonight. I have a Neko IPA. Another beer I bought at a local store. Seems pretty good. I think it was made by it's brewed by the same people that build the Sawa peach beer. That was really good. So
Okay.
I'm also drinking it out of a boot because I have one now. And I thought it was appropriate.
Because why not?
You
Yeah.
could have told me, Richie. I would have brought my boot.
You know what? I'll bring it next week. Well, when we record again. So
I'll have to find a boot. Amazon, here I come. Me, I just kind of stopped at the gas station on the way because I realized I didn't have anything to drink, which is surprising for me. But they're called Fruit Smash hard seltzers. First time I've ever seen them. But they got like a summery vibe to them. Each one has different character on it. Like one's a T-Rex in a Hawaiian shirt riding a skateboard, which intrigues me.
That's pretty cool.
Or a parakeet with rollerblades and a gold chain.
Huh?
But all right, not the best thing I've had, not the worst. getting in the summer vibes. And back this week, we got our translator here because I'm probably going to need one by the end of this episode, per usual.
Hopefully not for too long. I'm maneuvering to where I can truly drink again, but I'm drinking water out of this fancy cup my grandma got me from Walmart.
Oh, fancy straw and everything.
Yeah.
Prior to recording, I caught a glimpse of myself drinking this through the straw, and I apologize for anyone watching the video.
Yeah, let's snip that. That's gonna be our thumbnail for this week's episode.
Oh, geez.
Any artistic people out there, have some fun with it.
Oh, it's just a man drinking water through a straw. It's not that. It's not that crazy.
Through something, whatever.
It's a common thing.
Yeah, is what it is. Look at that. I'm 2 for 2.
Are you gonna keep it up the whole pod?
No, I'm not. But with that, we're gonna slide right into what we're watching, what we've been going on. Like my gift for the week.
God, that's what I was looking at. That I was like, wait a minute. I wanted to make sure I was actually seeing this. Please check out the video, everyone. Please, I'm not saying anything. You just gotta watch the video.
It's the best gift so far, hands down. That being said, what we've been watching, I for one have been slacking largely due to my current situation with work. So I've only caught up with 2 episodes or 2 shows. One being Spy Family, which we're gonna hit anyways. And how do we feel about the newest episode, Spy Family?
Fire. I think it's cemented its show, or it's cemented its spot as the #1 show this season. Best episode of the season out of all the shows going.
Yeah. I could easily. Yeah, this episode was just phenomenal. There's
I like the lightheartedness, and you can tell like the fact that Lloyd's definitely going to become a little bit more. I'm gonna. It's going to be Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibes, but with a kid. Kind of go against the agencies? Question mark. I don't know.
Well, she doesn't have an. Well, I guess she has.
Does.
She kind of does, yeah.
The handler.
I don't think he would go against the agency, especially because she's not in a rival agency. She's just an assassin.
Well, no, not necessarily. Well, I know, but maybe get out of the game. Something might have to happen to.
Yeah, I imagine that it'll end with them getting out of spying, assassinating, and making the family a real deal.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It's nice seeing like the dynamic and like them growing as people, and
it's
funny because neither of them know how to actually handle a kid because they're always just like all they know is killing and spying. So
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh boy,
drunk Yor.
Oh. Stop. Yeah. Like she could beat me up anytime. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't bother me.
And literally the cutest fall.
That's a great way
to end at the end. The great way to end that. He's like, damn, she's actually kind of kicking my ass. And
right before she lands the killing blow.
Yep. And that was just like a lot of that episode was very like fast paced, like the whole second half of the episode. I just loved it because I think that they do so well kind of switching between the themes and the vibes that they have from episode to episode.
They could literally do anything, and I think I would like it.
Yeah, for real. I put like 3 other people on this, and every single person came to me and was like, bro, you're right.
Yeah.
Crazy. The other one I watched was Birdie Wing.
Caught up?
No, episode 5. I was 2 episodes back on that one. The VR episode.
It's all right. Did you finish the BR episode?
Yeah.
Or the VR?
Yeah.
So she says at the end, promise me you'll come and meet me like officially. And I'm like hoping that we get like Eve becoming like an official golfer and then like going through the steps to get to a point where she can go meet.
So my only thing, well, I'm kind of following right along your theme here, but if you kind of look at the intro and outro videos, like the like intro song and outro song, they have both of them standing next to each other with like the models, like with their outfits in the golf shop, like sponsored.
Yeah.
So like part of me thinks that it may happen at some point. Like they kind of just tore together or tore professionally together at some point. I mean, there's definitely some shady shit that's going on with the whole underground thing and the way that like she's kind of, what is it, Rose?
Which one?
What's the silver-haired lady's?
I think that's Rose.
Rose? Yeah.
I have a theory about her in quotation marks. But I'm not gonna say it because you haven't watched the
It's episode 6.
episode.
Yeah.
That's
Richie,
the one
you caught up?
No, that's the one show I have not watched. I think I still haven't watched another episode since the last time we talked. So I've only watched like the first 2.
All right, both of you need to.
So we're recording this on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
We've got a lot going on. So I plan on catching up on everything that we got going on by Sunday. I wanted to make sure I got this week's show and both shows done for this week. So before
makes sense.
Took care of the
So
weeklies.
I want to talk about this theory I have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you guys want to hear it, or do you want to mute and I'll talk to the listeners?
I'll hear it. I don't care.
I'll hear it. I don't really care.
All right. So I think Rose was a dude.
Okay.
Here's why. Because it gives us a little flashback in episode 6 of Eve's like training, right? So she had amnesia, woke up as a kid somewhere, saved by the people in the bar, and didn't know anything about her past life. And then randomly, a silver-haired dude comes to the door of the bar and is like, I'll pay for everyone's living if I can teach you how to play golf. Teaches her rigorously, either or.
Both works.
For 3 years, and then just disappears, right? And then just disappears. And then I'm assuming she met Rose. And I'm looking at Rose throughout this episode after that, and I'm like, wait a second. I think that's the same person.
Interesting.
Couldn't be a sibling, or maybe
A father.
Yeah,
I don't know, because the dude had scars on his face. So either Rose had plastic surgery to get rid of them, or it is.
I think it's probably
relation.
probably a relation. It could be a brother or something.
Yeah.
And they could have said something to Rose about her.
That's true.
And that's why she feels the need to protect her in a certain way. You know?
Well, that's not as plot twisty as where I was going, but I'll say that's probably more plausible.
Hey, you never know though. Shows can literally do anything. Any storyline could be possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just interested to see where they take it, because like I don't know what happens in episode 6, but like the whole VR thing, like making it happen so that she has that competitive spirit again. But at the same time, Rose telling her boss not to pursue Eve in protecting her in her own way. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, I'm interested to see where it goes.
I feel episode 6 is probably the most important episode of the season so far. So you'll have to watch that before next recording.
Yeah. So by this Sunday, I'll have just about everything caught up on. Like I said, I wanted to take care of our weeklies before anything else. So we had a long show. So
that's true.
You know, those 13 episodes I had to watch, extra episodes I had to watch, or 13 I missed out for this week. So.
Could have been longer, John. It could have made you watch all 4 seasons and all the movies and OVAs.
Yeah, well, we would be picking this up again in a month. But I mean, if you guys want to talk, it doesn't bother me anyway. So you guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Jake, did you watch Tomodachi Game?
Yeah. The most recent episode?
Yeah, we got to wait to talk about that one, right?
Dude,
Nah, you can let it rip.
I feel like I think we gotta wait. I think John's got to see this before
I really wanted to talk about that, but that's
unless John wants to mute himself or like deafen himself.
How far are you in Tomodachi Game, John?
Yeah, how far? Can you hear us? No. All right. Come back.
How far are you in Tomodachi Game?
4.
Okay, so you're only 2 weeks behind then.
Yeah,
but this like
I was on the one. I was still on the one with like where they're on the board game on the roof.
Yeah,
they're still on the board.
They're still on the
Yeah, I don't know where they've gone with it yet. So
yeah, but they're still there.
Did it tell you who the traitor was?
Yes.
All right, so the next 2 episodes are really good.
We've talked about the traitor episode. For
you've talked about we talked about that. Oh yeah,
last week. Yeah.
We're just gonna move on because you got to see it. We can't spoil it for you.
Okay.
It's too good.
God, I have a lot to say about it though.
Yeah, that's why I really wanted to talk about it. Shield Hero. Did you keep up with that?
Oh, I'm so tired of Shield Hero.
I had to pick 2 episodes to watch before today, and that was not on my list.
I'm interested to see where they go. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it'll be good, but
I'm interested. My thing is, this was the best episode of the season so far.
Yes.
And it was still boring and not that good.
No. It shows you how far it's fallen, in my opinion.
Like some shit happened, and then the power up, I was just like
nobody cared. We wanted, what we wanted to see.
Yeah, I wanted the fucking curse shield, dude.
Yeah, and they just were like, they faked us out.
You don't have to use that anymore. Bullshit, you do.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use it like in 2 minutes. Get out of here.
I really think that just like the heavy emotional aspect of the first season. I mean, curse shield aside, like everything that happened in the beginning of the episode and like what he had to go through, like held such a higher standard that like you're never going to hit that again because of the way that the story played out.
Yeah, and there's been no real emotions the entire second season.
Like there's nothing that's like I actually like
episode, but it wasn't portrayed well.
Yeah.
And I still don't think there's going to be anything that's going to hit that same level, like the way that first 2 episodes hit originally.
You know? I don't think so either.
You know what pissed me off, Richie?
What's that?
Is it Richie?
Yes, the gem user, the green-haired girl. Yeah,
that pissed me off.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. I did not want that.
Supposedly, she's super fucking weak and cowardly and all this shit, and then all of a sudden, she's super powerful.
Yeah, that seems a little bit out of the blue. Like it shouldn't have happened.
Spoiler alert, John. I just hate the way they did it. It pissed me off.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just watching the episodes so we can talk about them and waiting for them to be over as I'm watching them.
I agree. I'm right there with you. We can move on to the best show, Trapped in a Dating Sim.
Oh my God.
Dude, this episode was amazing. And if anyone says differently, I'm gonna fight them. I don't care. It doesn't matter. This show is my second favorite, I think.
Spy Family cemented itself as the the best show this season.
Yeah.
Trapped in a Dating Sim cemented itself as my favorite this season.
Oh, okay.
God, it's
it's just amazing.
It's so good. It's a guilty pleasure show 100%, but
yeah.
Basically, John, what happened is how far into it are you?
After the like mech tournament fight arena thing.
So you saw him kick the prince's ass.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, now he's macking on the prince's mom.
Hey.
And it's working, dude. It's working real well for him.
He's a man of men.
I love how the dude, I really didn't want to like this show either. That's what pisses me the more. Dude, I
know you didn't.
I did not. I sat here for weeks on end saying, fuck this show. And
I didn't want to like it either. You convinced me to watch it. I wasn't going to watch it at all.
Yeah. And then like just the fact that this guy just said, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want. Like he just wanted to live a normal life. And then he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to beat some ass and then,
go home
and bang your mom. Like,
Yeah. What are they gonna say to him?
yeah.
All I can say is, I banged your mom. That's it. End of conversation. You're done.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I love the only person he listens to is his tea master, his tea teacher.
It's really funny.
All right. Let's go to hikamoris.
This was good. I enjoyed the episode.
I'm starting to not like the show.
I think this was the worst one so far, though.
Yeah, I just think it's dragging on now. It's the same thing every episode, just in a different setting.
Mm-hmm.
I like their relationship. It's cute, but at this point, I'm just like, so?
Yeah, there's no story development. It's just all them being in like certain situations and they just act the same over and over.
You ready for it, Richie?
What's that?
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Jake. It's probably gonna be what, 12 episodes this season?
Of hikamoris?
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Give or take episode 10 or 11. Maybe your proposal.
You know what I was thinking while I was watching this most recent episode?
What's that?
I was thinking, I really hope they don't, get like engaged or propose to each other. And I knew that you guys were going to talk about that shit and I was going to get pissed.
I think it would be a terrible development.
Yeah. Aren't they like 15?
Yeah, they're pretty young.
Yeah, they're first years, aren't they?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, they are. They are, because they were worried about like being in the same class or whatever. Oh, they might
I think they're second year. I think they're second years because they were worried about being in the same class the next year.
Yeah.
Because the first year they had the same classes together. Then the second year they were worried about being in the same class.
So second year they're 16.
Yeah.
Yikes.
16, 17.
You can't even drive in Japan at 16.
Different world.
Yeah.
You know how them slice of life's like doing it?
Hey, Jake, don't make me put Tony Kawa on the list. You just start out with your least favorite thing. They just get married immediately.
Hey, at least if they do it off jump, you know what to expect.
There's a lot of responsibilities that come with that I don't think these children are prepared for.
No, they definitely are not.
Yeah, and what happens? Oh my God, what happens if they get married and have a kid?
That would be
alimony and child support.
Yeah, now not only are they trapped together for life.
Not true, but
I know, but you know what I mean. Even if you're divorced, you're still trapped together through alimony and all that stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, there's always gonna be that connection.
Now,
maybe one you don't want, but yeah,
it'll be there.
It's just frustrating. They should think these things through.
Yeah,
wait
for
till
sure.
After college.
I love how we're out here lecturing animated.
Hey, they just got to know how to act sometimes. That's all.
Not lecturing. I'm just saying it's a stupid decision, and they're gonna regret it in the future.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting old, boys.
That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Skeleton Knight.
Did that keep
I enjoyed
up?
it. Yeah,
keep up pace?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. I haven't watched the most recent one, but I'm just curious if it's kind of kept its.
I mean, by keep up the pace, there's really no substance to it.
No,
it's
but
really fun to watch.
Yeah. I was just hoping that they didn't, fuck it up and throw it away. Yeah.
Still
How'd
really
you feel
enjoyable.
about the end of the episode, Jake? We don't have to talk about what happened in this latest episode.
Oh, dude. I was like on my phone, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw like what was about to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on.
Yeah. It was crazy. Did you watch The Last Summoner?
I watched the first episode.
I think it's really bad. I don't like it.
I think it's really bad as well.
You know?
I think
it's garbage.
Thank you, Jake. I'm glad someone's got my back on this one.
I think it was good until the fight situation happened.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was
episode.
Yeah.
The first episode was
until they hit. Yeah, I don't think. I thought it was cute until the fighting situation happened with the chick and the tree.
Yeah.
The problem is, and you guys are going to watch The King's Avatar in a few weeks. Problem is, I'm so spoiled by that as far as Chinese animation comes that unless you're just like Daily Immortal or Daily Life of the Immortal King, just guilty pleasure, I'm not going to like it.
Yeah. But I mean, I kind of felt the same way about season 2 of Daily Life, you know?
Yeah, season 2 was much worse.
Season 1 was great.
Yeah.
But then season 2 didn't hit well at all in my eyes. But I mean, yeah, it's on the list. So I think it's aesthetically pleasing. Like, I think the backdrops, but like as far as the plot and the rest of it's concerned, I don't think it holds up.
The spirit is super annoying.
Yes. I think all of them are bad.
You know, this is superficial to say, but she would be less annoying if she stayed in her grown-up hot state.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
The voice isn't the same.
Yeah, the voice does change, and it changes to a way worse voice as well. I do like the cat, Meow-woo, or whatever, how you say it.
Yeah. Awashi.
I haven't watched that one.
No, you already know the two I've watched. So
still really good. We just finished the first arc, and I'm hyped for the next one. They had like I don't remember if I saw it on YouTube or if it was just at the end of the episode, but they had like a trailer for the next arc, and it looks like it's gonna pop off.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And then last one I have is the newest episode of One Piece. Picked up where it left off.
I was gonna say, did they pick up where they left off at least?
Yeah, picked up where it left off. Really freaking good. I saw some comments because there was a lot of Sanji in this episode surrounded by women. And you know how Sanji is surrounded by women.
Yeah.
And I saw some comments on Crunchyroll under the episode that were like, a whole episode ruined by Sanji. And I'm just thinking to myself, you're 1,016 episodes into this show. If you don't love Sanji, then you're not, just stop fucking watching.
Yeah, there's no reason to watch.
After 1,016 episodes, if you haven't learned to love how he is, then just stop.
Yeah.
Granted, for all those Zoro versus Sanji people out there, I'm a Zoro stan. But
100%.
I mean, you know, he's the Straw Hats cook, man. You gotta love him.
True. Everybody's got their role.
Yeah.
Richie, you got anything else?
I watched the Greatest Demon Lord. This episode definitely fell off. I was very disappointed. Jake, I still can't tell you if it's good or not.
Yeah.
It's one of those mid shows, like not this latest episode, but the one before it was really good. I was like, oh, maybe it'll like continue being good, and it just went downhill.
So I'm thinking at the end of this season, towards like the middle ground area to where we have before the new season starts. Maybe we'll do an episode and we'll substitute out our draft and do like a list. We'll just do 1 through. I mean, if there's 20 shows, we'll rate them.
Yeah.
20, what do you mean 20 shows?
Like, well, I don't know if it's 20, but like we'll decide how many shows we want to include. I mean, the main ones we've been watching are
for this season.
Yeah. And then just kind of put them on a yay or nay list.
Yeah, we would like rank them and stuff.
I've only been watching 10.
Well, 10 will do for now. But we're gonna have like a week or two gap in between seasons. So, you know, if we gotta
good.
Throw one in there or whatever, we'll figure it out. You know, maybe something to substitute draft week or 1 or 2 weeks, you know. Any other shows?
That's it for me.
I believe, let me check. I believe that. Love After World Domination.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to make sure we talked about everything. Yeah.
Still enjoyable.
Yeah, it's a good watch.
Not a great show by any means, not a great story by any means, not great characters by any means, but it's a really enjoyable show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could add anything else. There's not much else to talk about it, like with that show.
So yeah, easy watch.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought the whole time that Steel Princess was
Mhm.
going to be like the person she liked was going to be Reaper Princess,
I thought it was yeah.
and finding out who it was.
That
Spoiler
was
alert, John. Culver and Bear.
I was gonna say it better be.
I mean, the dude's a Chad.
For real.
He really is.
Best example.
Yeah. It always works out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, except when he's fighting the Gelato 5, because he never seems to get anywhere with that.
Hey, he survives, and that's all that matters. Lives to fight another day.
Yeah, and he does his
Never gets
job of
arrested.
distraction. You know, the ultimate decoy.
Distracting from Decimi and Fudo's date.
Yes.
Technically, doesn't that make him the MVP of the show? Like, he's the reason the plot can happen.
That's
exactly.
true. That is true.
You know, he's the ultimate wingman.
Yeah. Without him, it'd be way worse.
The greatest decoy. Little foreshadowing there. All right. Well, with that, that's what we've been watching or haven't been watching. Oh man, you took it from me and everything.
It's my turn. Come on.
I know, but I tried.
You know what time it is, everyone.
It's the Richie news segment.
Yeah, it's all Garwood all the time.
All dick.
Yeah, welcome to the news. We got a lot of news this week. Let's get right into it. The global release date for the new Dragon Ball superhero movie has been confirmed for August. How are you guys feeling? I don't watch this.
So I've watched the trailer, a few trailers. I'm not a huge fan.
I put in like 120 episodes of Super, and the only good thing that happened was the Broly movie.
So, dude, this animation looks different. They're doing I don't know if you can tell from the picture, but you can tell the animation looks different what they usually do.
Yeah,
it looks wild. Yeah.
I'm also not a huge fan of the villain in this. They're like twin aliens.
It's gotten so out there for me now.
They remind me of like two people that should have been part of Frieza's crew.
Yeah,
like outfit wise and like the way they I got it. It just doesn't hit the same, especially like with like somebody like Broly or like Beerus. Like those just hit so much harder for me. And I don't even think Goku's in this. I think it's a Gohan movie. And Piccolo.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I haven't seen what Gohan looks like in the current state of Super, but after they
or Goten, maybe it's Goten. I think
this looks like
one
Gohan.
of them. I don't. Yeah.
After they nerfed the shit out of Gohan, and then he's ripped again. All of a sudden, I'm just.
Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't hit the spot for me that it should. So
give me Dragon Ball Z Gohan and leave him the fuck alone.
Yep,
that's fair. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one. A couple of Kukos, a show we didn't talk about that I realized I did watch this week. The opening reached 1 million views on YouTube this week.
It's weird because I really wasn't a huge fan of their opening.
I don't think it's that good.
I really don't think it hits that catchiness that I wanted.
There are a lot of other ones that are much better.
This season, 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely. But congratulations, you do you.
Speaking of views on YouTube, Stray Kids just had their third music video hit 200 million with Thunderous this week.
Got to get your weekly plug in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Not much more to say about that.
Not much more to say. Yeah, we can move on. Call of the Night reveals a new key visual. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on this.
Dude, I watched the trailer. I originally saw like a mini so they've released 5 trailers so far.
Hold on. I'm just gonna say this now because it's the first thing that popped up in front of me.
Yeah.
What's going on with her boobs?
All right.
I don't know, man.
Are they just weirdly drawn?
I think
the one on the right, because there's a video of the blonde. There's a trailer, and it's not the same there, to put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this whole situation with this chick on the right.
All right.
But
Let's take that out of the equation. Looks cool. I'm excited for it.
it's a vampire, Jake.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. We watched like 10 seconds of a trailer one time.
Yeah.
When we're preparing for reaction video.
So they did 5 trailers. They had the original initial release trailer, and then they also had 4 individual character trailers. So that they've released so far.
When does it come out?
July,
I
think. Yeah.
Oh, is this a synopsis?
Yes.
I
was going to make Richie read
Go ahead and give that a
we started
read,
talking about it.
Richie.
Ko Yamori seems like a typical middle school student on the surface, relatively good at studies and amiable with his classmates. He puts a lot of effort into maintaining this facade. One day, however, he decides to stop pretending and quit school, developing insomnia as a result of having no daytime outlet for his energy. When taking walks alone at night, he feels marginally better, though he is aware that his inability to sleep should be considered a serious problem. On one such walk, Ko meets a weird girl, Nazuna Nanakusa, who diagnoses the cause of his sleepiness. Despite making changes in his life, he is still holding himself back from experiencing true freedom. She says that he won't be able to sleep unless he is satisfied with how he spends his waking hours. When it appears that she has resolved his current worries, Nazuna invites him back to her apartment to share her futon. After a while, unaware that he's only feigning unconsciousness, she leans over him and bites his neck. Ooh, spooky. Yeah.
Honestly, is it bad that like the character that intrigues me most is the one that's up in the background on the left there?
That makes sense.
No, obviously.
The foreshadowing guy.
That's the Kakashi, the Levi. That's their spot.
Yeah.
The Gojo
never up
Sensei.
front.
I you know what, from like pictures and like clips and stuff I've seen, you know who it reminds me of? I don't know if either of you've seen it. I think we've talked about it a few times. It's Bungo Stray Dogs.
I haven't seen
It's on the list. I really want to.
Also very good. They're new in a new something. I don't know. It might be live action. I can't remember. But one of the characters from that, which is like my favorite character in that show, he's kind of a side character and like a mentor-esque character. And he just wants to kill himself. This is whole like that's how he like the main character gets like part of this whole crew is because he fishes them out of the water when he was trying to kill himself. But that's his like whole personality. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I get vibes, those same vibes. But no, I mean I'm excited for this. From everything I've seen, it looks pretty legit. So
I agree. I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely give it a watch. I'm sure we'll talk about it. Moving on. Oh, in the news.
This is the one that.
Else to say?
No. This is the one that I got to take over here.
Oh, okay.
You know. Oh, hold on.
Go for it.
You got it. You didn't even switch sides for me. Come on, man.
I thought you said you wanted. Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
this was the one.
I have not. Oh, I'm gonna say
exactly which one. Yeah. As soon as I saw this, I go, "Nah, I know. I want to talk about this one. Go for it, buddy. Please."
So we got a new. When I tell you, I did not know shit about this whole show. I didn't hear anything, see anything, get any teasers from TikTok, nothing. I didn't know anything about this show. And then I just saw this picture posted up on one of the, anime news pages that I follow and like keep up to date with. If you don't have the visual in front of you, let's just say it is a tall, standing woman with a large upper area and crazy looking hair. I love it.
So, Yu's mom also has purple hair, John. Is that your type?
I don't know. You know,
it seems to be.
Seems to be becoming your type.
It falls. I accept it. A lot of types.
Yeah.
But the show is called Kinso New Devil. Vermeil?
Yeah.
But it released a new visual, the one that is currently in our video episode of this podcast. Like I said, I didn't know anything that's going on, but let's just say check out the video.
Do you want to read
or at least look it up? If you know, you know. I'll read a quick synopsis for you. I did watch the trailer for this too, actually. The the one that we just talked about and this. I made sure to check a trailer out for. But the Royal Ortega Magic Academy, also on the verge of failing the summoning magic class and having to repeat the year, stumbles upon a grimoire and draws a magic circle, summoning the sealed demon Vermeil and making her his familiar. She has been a feared, quote, devil since ancient times and possesses tremendous power to cause disasters. Vermeil, as a familiar, necessitates magical energy on a daily basis, which she obtains from Alto via passionate kisses. Leela, Alto's childhood friend, grows envious of their relationship, while the other students are also taken aback by the unprecedented familiar. The Royal Road fantasy of a magician on the edge of failure and an unhealthy devil sister begins.
So this sounds kind of like a mix between DxD and Testament of Sister New Devil.
Yeah. I didn't get too much from the trailers. I tried watching like a few different trailers. They didn't really give too much information outside of what the synopsis pretty much says. And then some other visuals. I'm sold. I mean, act like I wasn't.
I mean, I was the second I saw this visual. I was going to watch it. Didn't matter.
I didn't really care about the plot.
Yeah, the plot could be terrible, and I'll watch it.
But like in all honesty, like they did show a few clips from like actions, like more dramatic areas, and it looked pretty decent. So we will see.
I gotta tell you, just based on how I think their characters are going to be, my waifu will probably be the one on the far left.
Yeah,
I could see that being. You know, I could see that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Unless the demon girl is just batshit crazy.
Which
it's a real possibility.
Fits in all of our niches. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to hit that real quick. And if you're not watching the visual, you're missing out.
Say the name again, so they can search it up.
Yes. Kinso, Kinsou, no, N-O, Vermeil, Vermeil. Spelled it out for you and everything.
Service.
Yep.
We'll help everyone out who's listening. Moving on in the news, Vampire in the Garden by Wit Studios reveals a new trailer ahead of its May 16th series premiere on Netflix.
Vampires
and by Wit Studio.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one looked pretty legit. I've seen clips. And I mean, what's today? The 11th? 12th.
A couple of days. Not the next episode, but 2 episodes from now we can talk about
Monday
it.
Release?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
And if I know Netflix, they're going to release the whole thing, so we'll have a lot to talk about.
No, it is Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
So not the next recording, but the recording after that, we will have some info for you. We'll kind of
I'm all for everyone adopting the Netflix style and just releasing seasons at a time.
We kind of hit this all the time, but
can we get a petition started?
Yeah. Good luck getting Oda to do that.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
I'm not worried about Oda. He can take his time. We've been waiting long enough. Waiting is no longer a problem in the One Piece world.
Okay, so I'm gonna crap. We've kind of talked about it too much, and it's just making me want to say it. But before we dive too deep into this, did you guys see the new article release? They're doing a Black Clover versus My Hero 12 episode spin-off tournament getting judged by Oda.
What do you mean? People make a 12 episode
no. I think the studios are doing dude, I don't know. I saw this whole thing on.
So if the studios are making 12 episode spin-offs and Oda is judging the best one, I'm all for it, except
Yeah.
for the fact that there's a possibility that that might not come out and they wouldn't put a lot of money in it.
I don't have too much information on it. I just saw a whole like video on it, and I'm just kind of. It's a weird spin-off, but
I mean, there's been a spin-off of Goku, Luffy, and
yeah, true. That was an
Toriko.
episode thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was an episode.
But now it just like makes me think now. Like
now here's the question.
Ponder the yeah.
Could Yami topple All Might? We don't care about Asta and Deku. Can Yami beat All Might?
I'm going
Peak
no.
All Might?
I don't care.
Peak All Might? Or like
Peak All Might,
current
no
All Might?
way.
All Might against All for One in his final battle. Not Peak All Might.
Okay.
I think I'd still give it to All Might, in my opinion.
The strongest we have seen All Might in the show.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Dude, that just makes me think. Because I do love
the dimension slash. I don't think a normal sword could hurt All Might, but the dimension slash
could.
Completely
but
different.
then again, All Might might be too fast to get hit by it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yami's relatively quick. He keeps up.
Yeah.
And he like evolves
still,
like I feel like Yami evolves with every fight he takes.
Yeah.
In like a sense, you know?
Yeah.
I
would be
want
close, no
Yami
matter
to
what.
win, but I think All Might would win.
Yeah.
It'd be a fucking great fight to watch though.
And
Oh,
let's
God,
not talk about Deku. Bakugo wipes Asta and Yuno at the same time.
Yeah. I would agree with that one.
Yeah.
Bakugo winning. No
I'm
matter
just
what.
like trying to think of like who it would be like tournament wise. You know? I mean, like you obviously got Asta, Yuno, Deku,
Bakugo, Todoroki.
But who would fight Todoroki?
Yeah. I don't know who would fight. Who would fight Todoroki?
Well, I mean, there's just a
Who
lot
would be
more
a
people
good
in that
match
class.
for Fire and Ice? Maybe
What's his
Magma?
name? Magma. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just like made me like think like it'd be kind of cool to see, you know. But
Yeah, for sure.
we'll move on before we dive too deep into it.
All right. We've talked about the show a lot. Spy Family. It's making waves.
Yep.
Just last week, we talked about how it got to top 3 all time on Mal, but 1 week later, or 1 week and a couple of days, it is now officially right behind Full Metal Alchemist as number 2 all time, the highest rated show. Fair. I can definitely see the reasoning.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're only halfway through the show, but I don't think it's number 2 all time. But it's it's better than the most recent season of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes from here on out.
I'm sure it'll be good because we have what? We're on episode 6. We have 19 more to go. We get
Is it a 25 episode show?
Yeah, it's two
Yeah.
cores or
We
24
covered that
whatever.
like last week.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Well, we got a lot.
We have a lot. Yeah, we got a lot of Spy Family.
Yeah.
I was thinking we were halfway done.
Nope.
Not
Halfway
even
done with
close.
this season. Yeah, it's coming out in October,
Yeah.
second half.
Moving on, The Devil's a Part-Timer. Got confirmation for a sequel series. I think I saw news about this. I forget. It was a little while ago.
I mean, and it
I
has
thought
its
it was
following.
already confirmed. I love this show. I not so much now. Now I'm gonna watch it because I remember how I felt when I first watched it. When I first watched it years ago, I was like, "Why is there not a season 2 of this? I need a season 2 now."
Yeah. I haven't watched it, so I've always wanted to, and I've always heard good things about it.
It's good. Give it a shot, Richie.
I
Yeah,
definitely.
it's on the list. It's been on my list for a long ass time.
It's as ridiculous as. Do you know what the plot is?
I know. Doesn't he I don't know how he gets to another world or how he gets there. He becomes a fast food worker.
Satan of a different world gets isekai'd.
Yeah.
and has no magic or money. So in order to survive, he has to get a part-time job at McDonald's.
Yeah. I knew that setup. I knew what it's about.
I knew the premise. I just never actually got a chance to watch it.
It's as ridiculous as it sounds, but like in a good way.
Oh, that's good. We can moving on with the news. 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse was getting a TV anime adaptation. How do you guys feel?
I cashed out on this a while ago.
Yeah, neither do I.
I lost interest after the first season, to be honest.
I hate to be like spoiler worthy. I never read the manga, so I really don't know. But isn't Escanor dead?
If he is, then there's no reason to watch the show.
I think he dies.
He died
permanently in the manga, but I think he comes back to life for some reason in the anime. I think they changed that.
Because
something dumb like that.
Died in the anime, but unless something happens after that, then
something.
I watched the whole emotional scene between him and what's her name?
Meliodas. Oh
no,
Merlin.
Merlin. Yeah, like Merlin walked into his flames and hugged him and like loved him. Finally, don't bring him back to life.
Something weird happens. I think that like ruined it. I can't remember.
Escanor is the only interesting character in the show besides Bon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like Bon.
Yeah, Bon's really good. Bon. I don't like Gother at all. Gother and King, I think, are the worst.
I like Meliodas in the first season. After that, no, not really. But
I think Elizabeth is a little bit too stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they tried intertwining the plot between she's part angel and everything else, and
it's a lot.
Yeah, I cashed out after like the first or second season, and I tried watching the third. Not a huge fan.
You can't get through
Fourth, I heard terrible things about, and here we are. And then there's a new spinoff that's coming out too with
kid, right?
Yeah, their kid.
Yeah,
and that looked god awful too because they did like the 3D animation CGI type shit.
Oh, oof. Yeah, I didn't even bother giving it a watch because
I watched the trailer and it just doesn't look good. Yeah. So anybody who's actually into this, here you go. We even put the news for the crappy stuff.
Now we get enough of this. We can move on to a better topic, in my opinion. My Hero is getting 2 OVA episodes this summer. They're posting a teaser picture for one of the episodes previewing what seems to be a baseball episode called Hero League Baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm all for it. This is gonna be. I expect good things.
It'll be interesting to see the way the quirks are handled. The only thing that I can notice in this, who's missing?
Well, it's all the like Deku, Deku, Todoroki, all them.
I don't care about any of these assholes. Where's Bakugo playing baseball?
My only thought is that they're going to release a second picture with the main cast as well. Like,
imagine Bakugo as a pitcher.
That would be wild.
Oof. Well, I mean, you could have Deku as a pitcher too. I mean, they have that whole thing from the first season.
But that wouldn't be as exciting. Deku would be apologizing or crying the whole time.
Yeah.
And every time Bakugo throws, there's an explosion.
And he would be so competitive.
Imagine how distracting that is for the batters. That's strategic.
So, I mean, it looks good. I mean, yeah, because we got 2 confirmed this summer.
We got Todoroki sliding around the bases on ice.
Yeah. Unless they're leaving the main cast out. Ooh.
I mean, we'll get more no matter what this year, so it doesn't matter.
It's coming out this summer, so we'll see.
Yeah. Moving on, the Dr. Stone manga has reached 13 million copies in circulation.
Solid.
Crazy.
Pretty good. I've never watched the show, but that's awesome here.
Yeah.
I watched the first season and I read further in the manga. It's really good.
It seems really good.
I'm not even close to where it's at now.
Yeah, yeah.
I can imagine Kirky would be a big fan. He's really big into like science
and stuff. Yeah.
It's very much a like you'll learn while you're reading or watching type deal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he brought this to the table like early on with like the weekly episodes because one of the new seasons was dropping or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's dope.
Yeah, congrats to them. We'll move on with the news. Even more Izukai is on the way with confirmation of my unique skill makes me OP even at level 1, getting an anime adaptation. I mean, with this cover, I'm okay with it.
Listen, this sounds exactly like every other isekai that's come out in the past 3 years, which does not mean that I'm not going to watch it.
I'm still going to watch it. Doesn't matter. I'll watch every single one.
So I've seen like clips to an extent. I don't know how the whole situation plays out, but like, I don't know. He seems like a baby-ish, like from the clips I've seen. Like it's like him hiding under tables and shit. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it takes him like forever to like level up and stuff as well.
I mean, let me tell you this: if his OP unique skill is stupid, I won't like the show. If it's dope, I'll like the show.
Can manifest. I'm pretty sure like just about anything.
Yeah.
All right, that's a dope power.
He had a gun or something in like one of the clips. They get a revolver.
All right.
Which I don't know where this is set or how this is set, like world wise, but
it's got a warhammer, so I would imagine.
I'd imagine. Yes. Yep.
No. There's no way it is. Yeah.
But then again, she also has a bunny outfit on, so who knows?
No, she's a bunny girl. Those are her ears.
And then just a little fluff in between her boobs.
That could be for
dramatic effect.
Stylistic effect, or she does have a fluff of like a bunny tail between her boobs.
We've seen weirder stuff.
We have.
Yeah. But I'm sure we'll watch it like most of the other shows we do.
Yeah, of course. There's no way I won't watch.
That's a defense mechanism against getting motorboated. They evolved that way.
It just must be a really dangerous thing.
Don't say that while I'm fucking putting down a drink.
Damn.
I'll just spit that up all over the screen. All right.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Some bad news, some stuff we don't really want to hear about on the show. A man got arrested for taking photos of cosplayers at events from a low angle, sneaking secret pictures. Just disgusting, man. Don't be doing this shit.
Yeah. Here's the thing, like, just that blows my mind about shit like this. Do you think no one's gonna notice?
You want to know he had the flash on.
Like
that's literally something that would happen in an anime.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I realize that everybody's going to be taking pictures and shit, but when you're pretty much laying on the ground, or like he was kneeling, but like pretty much on the ground, like this, like, yeah.
There's been a couple instances of like staff members for K-pop groups doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And, you just think, because there's videos, because they're fucking being interviewed or something.
Yeah,
and the staff members like come up behind them and do that shit with thousands of fans surrounding them and cameras everywhere, and it's like, do you not think no one's gonna?
Yeah,
you're in the middle of a crowd.
That's just stuff where like, all right, get like the gangs involved, just make the guy disappear.
Yeah,
yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Not only is he a creep, he's an idiot.
Yeah,
yeah,
no worse combo.
No, definitely not. All right. Well, enough on this. We don't want to give this person any more attention. Finally, last piece of news. The My Hero Academia author finally revealed what Invisible Girl looks like.
Is that her on the left?
Yeah.
She's covering half her face.
Yeah.
And, it's anime. She looks like every other character.
Yeah, I mean, scruffy
nothing
hair.
crazy.
Yeah, like,
I mean, it's cool to see, but
yeah, especially with a character that's been animated, well, lack thereof, animated, I guess you could say, as invisible this whole time. I mean, just kind of one of those things. It was like one area that like it was taken a few weeks ago. I might have put it in the news a month or two ago back, but like her like in the manga, like screaming and like wanting help or something like that, and there's like a glimpse of what she looked like, but it was very like blurry and stuff. And then this is like the first like relatively like full animation that he's released. So
what's up with this? Like, oh, so go ahead.
The pirate theme.
No, the 34. Like, why are they both like holding up 34?
I don't know.
And there's like a
34
I haven't
34 on
read
the bottom
books.
left. You see what I'm saying? Like, what is going
34
on?
volumes, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might just be like an animation, like cover art or something.
Yeah.
I haven't read the manga. I don't know. And they're like in pirate uniform too.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure.
As far as I know, I'm like 8 or 9 months behind in the manga, but as far as I know, there's nothing to do with pirates. But
It could have been like an OVA episode or something,
Yeah.
like a spin or like a filler.
Just even putting anything out there. You know what I mean? Just like he just wanted to draw the characters like this.
Yeah.
Well, what I think would be cool for her character that I don't think is going to happen based on where I'm at in the manga. It would be if she like learned to control her power and could flip back and forth from being invisible and not invisible. And then had like Invisible Girl from the Fantastic Four, like an outfit that went invisible with her.
True.
Like you think with all these,
she has that now.
Does she?
Yeah, that was like part of her uniform. Like, you know,
Oh yeah, because when they all get
like,
they got
their
upgrades.
uniforms. Yeah, they all got uniforms.
Oh
that
yeah,
match their
yeah,
powers
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like the very beginning.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was about to rip into the hero gadget industry too. Anyways,
I honestly like the inventor. Like, is one of my favorite like character designs.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
which inventor? The one with the goggles?
Yeah, she's got like one of my favorite character designs in there.
Yeah.
But I get like very much League of Legends vibes from her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's cool to see, you know, small thing, but I'm sure the fandom is happy to see.
Oh, I'm sure. But you know, that does it for the news, John. I'll pass back to you, my good friend.
Yeah. As we do every single week. Top tier or steer clear. Every week, pick a different show. Usually it's a show chosen from one of the three of us.
Chosen.
I mean, it has to be.
Yes.
From one of the three of us.
One of the three of us. Well, yeah, it rotates.
I was right.
Yeah. You get it by now.
God damn it, Richie, you broke him.
I think there are other reasons why he's broken.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have to do with just me.
It happened a long time ago. That being said, we pick a show. We rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 in 3 different categories: the plot, the characters, and then the art and animation. Then we average out our 3 scores and give a total score. We kind of compare it to the rest of the shows we've watched over previous weeks. We also do movies. So after this week, right?
Yeah, after Sunday's
Sunday.
the next episode. It'll be movies again.
So Sunday we're gonna do another show, and then after Sunday's episode, we're gonna go back to movies. Kind of rotate them as we go. This week's show was chosen by Jake. It is Haikyuu. It has currently 4 seasons with some movies and OVAs as well. But this week we're just covering season 1 because there's 25 episodes each season ish.
Yeah. For the first 2.
The 3rd season has 10 episodes.
Okay.
But it makes
I think
sense.
The 4th has 24.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to watch in a week. But we are covering the first season because it has been preached on me for months on end between these two.
If anyone's been here since episode 2, where we did our top 5 favorite
Oh yeah, I
shonen,
remember you mentioned
was
this.
in
I do
mine.
remember that.
Yeah.
This is when I was listening to it.
when you were still a listener.
Yeah, I was a fan.
Hey, if you have any goals to ever become part of this podcast, you need to be a fan first.
That's true.
And you need to find a way to kick Richie out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
There's only one fan spot here.
Yes.
That's
Fight
true.
to the death for it.
Yeah, you guys are not taking it.
Battle
That's all I'm
Royale.
It's
I'll-
going to
I'll
make a
win.
great YouTube video. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
saying. Look, man, I'll give me a I'll figure it out.
But-
well, just make sure she doesn't kill you in the process.
Nah, dude, I got this. I'll figure it out. Hopefully.
That being said, the first season was 25 episodes, originally released in 2014. And to give everybody a little background here, ever since having witnessed the Tiny Giant, and his astonishing skills on the volleyball court, show you Hinata has been bewitched by the dynamic nature of the sport. Even though his attempt to make his debut as a volleyball regular during a middle school tournament went up in flames, he longs to prove that his less than impressive height ceases to be a hindrance in the face of his sheer will and perseverance. When Hinata enrolls in Kurosu, oh wow,
Karasuno.
Jesus
Come
Christ,
on, did you watch the show, dude?
I did.
His name
but
is Shoyo.
Very
It's
little,
Shoyo Hinata.
very little font on my phone right now. High school, the tiny giants.
I think he's referred to as both. I think I looked it
Yeah.
up.
We're taking applications for John's replacement.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
you have to do is to be able to read at a 5th grade level.
That's fine. Get whoever it is drunk on my same level and then make them read on a 5th grade level. So I'll hand the torch right off to you, Jake, if you want it. The Tiny Giants alma mater. He believes that he is one step closer to his goal of becoming a professional volleyball player. Although the school only retains a shadow of its former glory, Hinata's conviction isn't shaken until he learns that Tobio, the prodigy who humiliated Hinata in middle school in a crushing defeat, is now his teammate. Jesus Christ.
All right, before we move on, what's his last name? John, what's Tobio's last name?
Kageyama.
There you go, buddy.
Yep.
Kageyama.
Yep. It was too big for the time being, so I just skipped right over it. To fulfill his desire of leaving a mark on the realm of volleyball, so often regarded as the domain of the tall and strong, Hinata must smooth out his differences with Kageyama. Only when Hinata learns what it is to take part of a team will he be able to join the race to the top in the earnest.
John, maybe
that was one of the rougher.
This was your worst one yet.
Yeah,
this was definitely the worst.
John, maybe considering you're the one that puts this in there, maybe you should trim it down, knowing what state you'll be in at this point of the podcast.
Well, so that's the thing.
You can pull it up on a bigger screen.
Well, so that's the thing. We got the double recording going on. We got all this new stuff going on. I don't have a bigger screen to put it on yet. But
okay.
Memorize it.
No, that's too much.
Amazon was supposed to deliver my ink so I could get a printed out version, but they're slacking.
Damn it, Amazon.
Yep, they're late on
Amazon.
my delivery. So here we are, Jeff, reading off of size 8 font on my phone. So you take what you can get. Some weeks I kill it.
This was not one of them, dude.
This
it doesn't matter.
was
Some
not
weeks
one
you
of
kill him. You didn't kill it this week.
I will say I did not kill it this week. Fully aware of that situation.
It's because you didn't have what's that one drink you have every single week? The whiskey in the can.
Oh, my piggybacks.
Yeah.
You have every single week. It's because you didn't have that.
Piggyback, ranch water, and liquor. It's usually my go-to, but I've cut back on my drinking, so I don't have as much stock in my I usually do. Whether that's good or bad, who knows? But
it's true.
This may just be an anomaly.
You seen Shameless?
Yeah.
Just put a vodka in an eyedropper and drop it into your eyes.
That
way you don't have to drink so much.
What?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Might as well do a line while I'm at it.
Yeah, I mean, a line of whiskey.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going for.
Oh, boy.
That being said, this is Jake's show, so we're going to let him run on it for the plot. Yeah.
8.
Really?
What are you looking at, Jake?
An 8.
Okay.
As someone who engaged in team sports in his youth, this show is very nostalgic and makes me reminisce about the good old days. As far as the plot, this is only the first season, and I thought it was a really good introduction to the team, the characters. Get the practice round in, see what everyone's playing with, and then do this inter high tournament. And the first tournament of the year. Excuse me.
Oh my god.
And what's it called? I like that they lost.
It's really cool that they lost. Not like that's a nice thing.
No, I mean it's realistic. Let me put it that way. It makes it more realistic.
Yeah.
And it's a stepping stone for them. It's a learning experience.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be unbelievable if they went off and won everything right off the bat.
100%.
Yeah. They're gonna fall. They just gotta get back up.
Richie, I'm gonna go last. I kind of touched on this with Jake the other day.
John, you don't have to be embarrassed about your score. Just give it.
No.
Dude,
I'm going last because I'm gonna stir the pot.
All right, I give this plot a 9.5. I absolutely love it.
Fucking A.
Dude, I absolutely loved this show. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck you, John.
That's all I'm saying, dude. I don't care. Like, this is one of my favorite shows. Of like Jake mentioned it's in his top 5. Yeah, it's probably my top 5 as well. I think the way they do the show, the way they build the characters, and like, so it's real problems. Like Aoshi's problem with like worried about getting blocked and like that, like anxiety. It's really not a lot of shows do that type of stuff.
Yeah, like the shit that they go through here, as far as it relates to being a sports player, it's very realistic. Those are real like mind blocks that you go through when you're playing sports. The confidence, you lose confidence very easily. You have players that are extremely gifted but aren't very technically knowledgeable, and vice versa. I don't know. Yeah.
It portrays every type of athlete. Like I feel like.
Yeah.
But John, let's hear it. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about it.
5-5.
Okay.
Well, I just saw Richie's face drop, and
I that's what I was expecting when you said you were going to show the spot.
So hear me out. And I think that when I tell you this is going to be my lowest score, like as far as like of the 3 categories, this is going to be my lowest score, solely based on the fact that I think the lack of plot is its strength. It's volleyball. Right. No, it's to its core. It's volleyball and its players on the court. I think that the aspects of each character, I put more of like the strengths in the characters, not necessarily the overarching plot. When I think of plot, I think of a lot of other aspects.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you, which is why I gave the plot an 8.
Yeah, but I pushed my score towards the characters. I don't think as like an overall plot, there's that much to it.
Yeah.
So like I'm basing it like, if I'm thinking of like a more in-depth plot of other shows, that's where I kind of base it on. But I don't think that it's I don't think it makes it bad. I think that kind of strengthens the show as a whole. I think that it's
because there's no underground crime syndicate.
Yeah.
There's nothing to distract from the
I think that it's just
volleyball.
It's just strictly volleyball. And I think that the other 2 categories that we're going to cover, I think strengthen the show as a whole and make the show so much better. But I think if they took away from I'm basing it off the first season. I think if they took time out of what they've done in that first season from each episode and pushed it into trying to develop more of like a deeper underlying plot or backstory into every single character, that it would have weakened the show, because I don't think that they lacked any detail that they needed to lack in the first season.
Here's the thing. In the rest of the show, they don't try and add more of a plot.
Nope.
They do go into backstories of characters, but that's under the character tab.
Yeah, that's kind of where I put it. But even like the backstories aren't like too in depth. It's 15 seconds here, 15 seconds there. I don't know. Like I said, and I think that's the best part of the fact that, you don't get caught up on too much other stuff. You just get to enjoy the fact, all the ups and downs of playing a sport, like you said, team sport.
So the 4 seasons are the entirety of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they might come out with a 5th season, but that's like them as adults. So the whole show, this was just the first tournament. The whole show is just that first year in high school.
Yeah.
Just from like beginning to the end.
Yeah.
And so they don't leave, plot wise, they don't leave it just being volleyball. It's just tournament, training for tournament, that type of shit.
Which I don't see an issue with. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I can't like bring myself to put, because if I think about all the other shows that we've covered so far, we've covered a lot of shows at this point. Like there's a lot deeper of it, plot and aspect to other shows we've covered in comparison.
All right. So your score for this is a 5-5. Now, what would you give this plot in comparison to the show that shall not be named?
Yeah. So is this plot about the same, or is this plot like? I think what did you give the plot back then? Do you remember?
Probably like a 3 something.
Yeah, it wasn't very high. I think it was maybe like a 3 or 4 at the top, at the most.
So this is only a point and a half higher.
What I will say is they tried to do more with the plot back. Like there was more to work with, I should say. So whether it followed through or not, they tried to work with it a little bit more. There was a lot more to it. That being said, like I said, this is a show about volleyball, and everything that is volleyball. And they stuck to that. That doesn't mean there has to be any deeper meaning to that. But I'm also not going to sit here and say that if there's no deeper meaning to,
I think this like also reflects. This is just from I've learned from doing the show with you. Is this reflects on you? You like shows with deeper stories, with stuff going on.
I love this show. I watched
exactly
14 episodes in 2 days. I mean, like,
it's not like it's a bad thing. Yeah, I'm sure you like it, but it's just like that's not your type of thing. It's just listening to, or just a show where there's not like a crazy amount of stuff. Like they don't do crazy plot development. It's fine. Like that's cool. That's who you are.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like I dislike the show. Actually, this is one of my favorite. It's up there on my great shows, but like I said, I just can't bring myself to bring it too much higher, because I think the characters are its strength. And I mean, you'll notice when I give my score as far as characters are concerned, but as far as like overarching plot, it's kind of where I sit.
So that was, I'm not quite sure about Richie, but that was like a 10-minute explanation of something that I agreed with you about in the beginning. Defending yourself.
What do you mean?
You made it seem like we thought that your opinion was wrong. I completely agree with you.
I also agree. There's not
No, I know. I mean, it just when you scale it to like our scores, it just it's.
Oh, it looks like I think
feel,
yeah.
Yes,
there's a little bit of bias in my score.
Yeah. There's a lot of bias in mine, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I mean, we're always going to carry that. I mean,
yeah, just who we are. Ain't no big deal.
There's been shows that we kind of give better scores than we probably should. Just
and if you don't like that about us, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
Carrying on. Characters. 9.8.
Fucking Amazon. I just got my notification. Should be delivered tomorrow. Supposed to be delivered yesterday.
Classic.
Well, at least by Sunday you'll have it printed out.
We'll see. 4 days will go by and
characters.
9.8.
9.8.
I didn't give him a 10, but I gave him as close as I felt was necessary. Like John was saying, the characters are the best thing about this show. Like we were saying earlier, it has every type of player, all the personalities you find on a sports team. Everyone's super committed, and the antagonists throughout the season are there. It's the same way you see people when you play them in sports, like in high school and stuff. It's like they're the enemies. They're evil until you actually meet them, and they're just like you.
Exactly.
But when you're on the court, you look at them, and that's
When you're on the court, you're fighting against them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Richie.
I give the characters a 9.5, mostly because in my opinion, I can't separate the characters in the plot. That it's like they're just so intertwined, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That like I have to give the same score. Like they're the characters of the plot, and the plot's the characters. Like, do you guys have a favorite character so far from the first season, John?
I did, and then it kept switching on me.
That's fair.
I'm a big fan of what's his name? So it's the bald, they're the shaved head guy.
Tanaka's my favorite too.
Yeah, dude. Literally just the way he reacts and everything.
You'd like his sister as well.
Oh my god.
Damn, you're just giving me a reason.
You'll have to keep watching for that.
Yeah.
I like Noya too.
Noya's pretty good.
He's a badass.
I'm a big fan of
honestly, my favorite. Yeah.
I really like him.
Like I said, I can only judge based off the first season, but
no, that's fair.
You said Tsukishima.
Yeah, I think he gets. I love his character.
God, that moment in season 3 is so. I cried, dude.
Yeah, that's why. Exactly.
I love the fact that like, I mean, we're on. Like I said, I'm only one season in, but like the whole first season, even when they get into like not professional, but like higher matches, when they got into like the tournament and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nata literally still only they still keep it so that he only receives the ball when he gets hit in the face.
That's
really
Nata.
Yeah.
That's a running deal.
That's it. That's like just how he receives.
But it still like continues the match. Like it doesn't like drop or anything. He just gets hit in the face and then it just keeps going.
He's learned how to pop it straight up from that.
Yeah.
They just know that that's going to happen and everyone accepted it.
I'm a fan of that little like,
At this point, he really only has one skill.
Yeah.
He can jump really high.
So the one thing, I don't know if it comes up in later seasons. The one thing that I want to point out, so they teased at it a little bit in one of the practice matches, was like the curved shot he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, it could come up in later seasons, but I expected it to come up in one of the tournament.
He gets more offensive weapons going forward. They like really develop it more. So,
which I expected, but like
that was like a heat of the moment, instinctive deal. Now he's got to teach himself how to try to do it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with a lot of these too, like they like learn on the fly.
Yeah.
That's what happens
when they like hit like a roadblock in the tournaments and stuff. I expected like that was going to be a way around the situation, and it
it never happened. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure he tried it against Date Tech and they blocked it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I thought I think he just opened his eyes.
No, it was that he opened his eyes and looked that way and then tried to push the ball that way. And that's when
he goes and he like
guy went.
Yeah, he like drops his hand. Yeah.
I don't think he tried to like curve the ball like the way he was. He just like looked, like saw an opening and tried going at it, like spiking it in another direction. But he finally had his eyes open. I mean, there's a lot of like subtle details that I
couldn't really see over the iron wall of Date.
Fact.
Yeah.
And dude, I really think that like I like that there's depth to the opposing teams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
that's the best part.
Like I love the main team, but like I think the fact that like there's so much depth to like the main other teams that they face makes this show 110% better.
And each team basically has its own character.
Yes.
Its own different handful style.
Yes.
No, not like characters. The team itself is a character.
Yeah.
Like you have the Iron Wall of Date.
Yeah.
You have Shiratorizawa.
Yeah.
You have Nekoma with like
I gave it a 9.5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of right there. Like I said, this is the strength of this show.
Yeah.
Was from start to end. And it was nice to see like some of the middle school characters that all went their separate ways kind of made their own little pop-ups throughout the show too.
Yeah,
and how
it's
they've
weird to
changed
see.
as far as like as a teammate's concerned.
It
It's weird to
continues, I'm
see
pretty sure.
this, because in America, you know, you go to junior high and then everyone goes to the high school right next to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It's completely it's a lot more different than,
I mean, that's not what I did,
everywhere.
but that's the standard.
Yeah.
And then in Japan, you have to like test into high schools, and everyone goes to different high schools and shit. So
Yeah.
you like playing sports, you do meet like your teammates from the past in games.
Yeah, it's
I think
crazy.
that's a cool dynamic.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, with that, we'll slide right into the art and animation. Jake.
I give it a 9.
Okay.
That's yeah.
I think it's great. I think it gets better as the show goes along.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying it's not good now. I mean, I gave it a 9, obviously. It makes just like even the normal hits in volleyball interesting, the way they animate it.
Yeah.
It makes everything more intense.
The fact that they can do it like point by point shows you like how well it's animated and stuff like that. Like you're intrigued still from one point to the next.
Like you're watching actual games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the blowouts are that much more crazy. Like, you know. That being said, Richie.
I give the art and animation a 9.3. I really like it. I also really like those like superhuman quote unquote moments where they go like all the black streaks and everything, and just they go some crazy move or like power through. Like I just love that. Like all like you can see even on here, like on the photo we have up, all those like little like white lines around everything. Like those are really cool. Like
yeah,
like when they hit the ball, you can see like it like you can see like sweat coming off or stuff like that. That's really nice.
Yeah,
and the characters have really good form.
Yeah. It's like
they definitely like did the research and know like what they're talking about before. Sorry, I'm trying to like add stuff up in the process.
Would you give the what's your score?
I give it an A5.
A5. Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
I thought it was solid. I think it was like it was normal animation for the most part, and then like the moments that it needed to be legit and like. Dude, me and Jake, we talk about this all the fucking time. Sports anime has no business being as crazily animated as it is.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Like
they really go all out.
And like it makes you feel like the play that's being, I mean, growing up playing team sports and everything that we've played and everything, it just it hits a different kind of level because like those like specific like points or like plays that are being made are just that much crazier. And
you empathize with the characters.
Yeah, they make you feel like those scenes 100%. But yeah, I mean, hold on, let me do some quick math here.
You got this. You can type.
I do have a calculator.
I believe in you. No, that's fine. It's all about the speed of the thumbs.
At this point, I don't have speed of anything.
Oof.
8.7.
Yeah.
It's about right.
8.7?
8.7.
What was Tower of God?
8.6?
6? Maybe? That might have
I want to. I think it wouldn't surprise me if this topped it.
When we pull up the Facebook, it's pinned at the top, so we will see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Well, this
8.9.
You got the
8.9.
8.9.
Good.
Okay.
Although they're both my shows, I don't want to. I don't want to overtake Tower of God before the Stray Kids concert. That's bad juju.
Hey, you should thank John for that then, for not overtaking it. He's the reason.
Oh, appreciate it, John.
Yeah, true. My
with the
5.5.
5.5. That's
My 5.5.
without the
You really
5.5,
brought
it
us
would have
down.
been.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
probably would have been in the 9s if I put it any higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right. Now it's my turn. Whoops.
not yet.
Well, yeah, it's about to be your turn.
About to be your turn. Just anybody who, every week we do our draft for the most part. We're double recording. Well, somewhat double recording. We're recording on a Thursday night this time due to our crazy schedules.
Yes.
If you'd like to send us money and make it so we don't have to work every day, that'd be nice. But we do have a draft set for Sunday. So we're going to push off our results. And so you can keep voting. Push off our draft to Sunday. I do already have an idea. I know we've been asking for ideas too. So make sure to send us some. But we'll cover a draft on Sunday. Make up the difference. So now it's Jake's turn.
Hold on. Let me prepare.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Do a couple of vocal exercises.
Yeah.
And that was episode 30 of the Anime Happy Hour podcast. Thanks for joining us on this journey. What is that? We've taken a few breaks in between weeks in the beginning, but 30 weeks of worth of episodes. To those of you who've been with us from the beginning, we really appreciate it. You guys are real troopers for sticking with all our bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyone just joining or who's coming in the middle, we hope you stay.
Hey.
I'll never not shit on John in the middle of the podcast. So if that's something you like, stick around.
At the very least, we got October coming up. There's going to be a lot of shit talking coming in.
Oh yeah. Also, as far as our YouTube channel goes, we haven't posted in a while. We got a lot of videos that we could post, but I've moved and ended my semester and had my birthday, which are just excuses for me not having finished editing them.
We're all busy.
Yeah.
But I'll get them out.
Like I said, if you want to help us out and make it so we don't have to work a 60-hour week, that'd be fantastic.
Mhm.
But till that day comes, it's all on Jake.
Any more?
That might be it.
I'm in the middle of my fucking outro here, buddy.
Yeah, y'all have no problem interrupting my intro, so I got to do the same for y'all.
Because no one cares when you talk.
Yeah, Jake talks so rarely for like the regular stuff. Like we gotta give him a spot.
Anyways, sorry for that rude interruption. Jesus.
Maybe I'll let
Speaking of
y'all start
YouTube,
again.
you can find most of our episodes and the newer ones coming in the future, as well as K-pop reactions. We'll have a TikTok reaction coming up, trailer reactions, all that nonsense on our YouTube channel, Anime Happy Hour Podcast. Search us up. You can also find our podcast on Spotify and Google Podcasts. Once again, Anime Happy Hour Podcast. Search us. You can follow us on Facebook at Anime Happy Hour Pod 03. We post our drafts there. We have our top and bottom, our crown and our trash can show. Trash can belonging to Richie, crown belonging to yours truly. And John puts a lot of effort into putting pictures of his characters when he posts the draft, so you're biased towards him. So
I have put yours before and you still lost, so I don't want to hear it.
Go vote for him so he feels good about himself. Anyways, that was episode 30. We appreciate you guys, and we'll be back on Sunday with episode 31. See you next time.
Peace.
Bye.